Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Butler, A Witness to History by Wil Haygood. Read by David Oyelowo, Oprah Winfrey, and Forrest Whitaker. With a foreword by Lee Daniels.
From the moment I read Wil Haygood's article about the Butler in the Washington Post, I was very moved by the real life of Eugene Allen. And while the movie The Butler is set against historical events, the title character and his family are fictionalized. I remember Wil Haygood sharing with me in our first meeting his inspiration for writing his original article. On the cusp of Obama's election, he sought to find an African-American butler who had seen firsthand the civil rights movement from both within and outside the White House. Wil knocked on Mr. Allen's door and was greeted by a humble and elegant man and his gracious wife. They spent the afternoon sharing stories and showing treasure troves of memorabilia discreetly lining the walls of his basement. When I first read Danny Strong's screenplay of The Butler, I knew I had to direct this film. I've been inspired by films like Gone with the Wind, and I thought, if I could just capture even half of what that film captured, inasmuch as the epicness was concerned, I'd be onto something magical. But most important, I saw a way to frame the story. I contrast the history of the times, particularly the civil rights movement, against what would become the heart of the film, the evolution of a father-son relationship. Now, while the father witnessed directly the role each president played in dictating the course of civil rights, the son rebelled against what he perceived as the subservience of his father. He aggressively took his fight for equality to the streets, even if it meant sacrificing his own life. In the end, this is a story of healing, both for our nation and most importantly for a father and his son, as each man came to respect the pivotal and essential role that the other played in the course of changing history. Our butler and his family are fictional characters, but we were able to borrow some extraordinary moments from Eugene's real life to weave into the movie, such as the grieving Mrs. Kennedy giving one of the slain president's ties to the butler, and Nancy Reagan inviting the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?